And again, we have a horse, but it is nowhere to be found because it loves to run off. But, oh, my character's slightly hungry. Let's eat. But I haven't gotten a horse whistle yet. And the mod that adds horse whistles makes them purchasable, which I like, because then I can, you know, oh, animations haven't loaded yet. So then I can, so then I can actually have a resource cost. Here we have some Imperials. I think it's just an Imperial patrol. Oh, yeah, it's they're carrying a prisoner. A glorious visorless salad. Glorious salad helmet. And I haven't quite decided yet, but I'm still torn on whether we're going to use Le Sentiment du Fur on the next playthrough, or if I'm going to convert Le Sentiment du Fur to MCO and then use other MCO movesets for animated armory weapons, so on and so forth. The only problems I foresee are figuring out which moveset from Le Sentiment du Fur is going to be used in MCO, which I can use Dar Explorer, because I think Kitty told me about Dar Explorer. I can use Dar Explorer to figure out what folders the animations are in. Because it'll show a little video of the animation. And if I can keep the actual Le Sentiment du Fur plugin, but have the moveset converted to MCO. Because, as far as I understand, the way the plugin works is it does a get AV skill for the weapon I'll be using. Also, am I going the wrong way? No, we're going the right way. We wanted to stop back in Riften. But anyways, as far as I understand, Le Sentiment du Fur's plugin checks for your skill level and then applies the animations based on your skill level, which is really, really cool. But I haven't decided if I want to keep that mechanic or if I want to, you know, if I wanted to, what's the word I'm looking for? Or just have it at the highest level moveset, which is, of course, the moveset you get once you get 75 or higher of the pertinent skill. Because then it'd be in line with the other movesets, which aren't dependent on skill level. Or if I don't convert it to MCO and drop Le Sentiment du Fur and just do DAR-based animations slash vanilla. The only thing is, I enjoy Le Sentiment du Fur because it is historically accurate, as I enjoy. It's very medieval, as I enjoy. And I feel like I would be doing myself and the mod a disservice if I didn't use it. So I'm going to attempt to convert it to MCO. And then I'm going to add Skyrim Spear Mechanic, True Spear Combat, and Animated Armory. And then patch them all together so that they use the appropriate stuff. I'll also be using Heavy Armory. And we'll see. We'll go from there. Again, I have these ideas for the next run, but that next run is going to be a while. Because I decided to take my list of video games I have for PC, because I need a capture card before I even think about streaming console games. But I want to take the PC game. I took the PC games I have and put them in a list. I organized the list by, you know, which mods, or excuse me, which games I plan to play, which games are blacklisted, which games are multiplayer games that I can just literally play whenever, which games I have to start over, which games I either have yet to stream or are finished, games I've never played, that sort of thing. And I took the list after curating it, and I put it into the random choice website, which, you know, you can have it where it's on separate lines. So I took the list of games, put them on a separate line, and then I said, pick randomly. And it chose, and it was almost as if it was, for no pun intended, it was almost like it was fate. It's almost like it was destiny that the game that would be picked is Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning. That being, of course, the remaster of Kingdoms of Amalur. Because Mr. Necro, a few months back, or rather last month, no, 2 months ago, was kind enough to gift me a copy of, excuse me, not only Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning, but specifically Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning Fate Edition, which comes with all the DLCs, which I think that's just part of the regular remaster, but also includes the brand new DLC, Fate Sworn.
Fresh meats and produce. Get them before they're gone.
So I'm very excited to play that, because I played it back when it came out. It took me a while, but I beat it. And oh, is he not? Excuse me, sir. Huh. Do I need to wait? Dude, it's 1:43 p.m. Where is he just done working the forge? Does he only work in the morning?
Flowers for sale, guaranteed to make your loved ones swoon.
I mean, they're open. Maybe I can buy stuff.
You look... Hmm?
Can I... Are you not open?
You've done well.
He has an apprentice. So I think he does. Yeah, I guess he's closed shop for the day. That's a shame. Guess I'll have to go to the general store, which is not the worst thing in the world. But I wanted to buy some stuff. Yeah, we gotta go this way. Getting all turned around here.
all meat guaranteed, clean and free from rock joint.
Gems, potions, exotic
Excuse me, sir.
Working at the Riften fishery is tough. I did put some coin in my pocket.
Okay, so he's vanilla.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
This is the pond prawn.
Welcome to the Pond Prawn. Come on in, take a look around.
Hey, Bearsy.
Welcome to the Pond Prawn. What can I do for you?
Ah, I want to see what you have for sale.
Some may call this junk. Me? I call them treasures.
Nordic battle axe. Hmm. Ew. Those need to be patched. Actually, yeah, we'll buy the map. Spider touch. All right, let's
Until next
let's
time.
break out the old knapsack. Can I put it down? Hello? There we go. Okay. We're gonna sell this. And this. Sell that. And this and that. Can I sell these? Grab all the gemeralds. Not sure I can really sell this. Let's try. Because it does weigh a lot. Grab the money. Pick up the knapsack. Pick it up.
I have all sorts of interesting items for sale. Have you looked around? Pickings may be a bit slim today, but if you see anything you like, I'll make you a good deal.
I want to sell some things.
Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Alright, see about the gold bullion. I think that's the best I'm gonna get. So we'll sell it. Sell the gemeralds. Maxu released something that sounds very big and revolutionary. Ooh. What did they release? Okay. Let's see. I'll get out of the menu here and then I'll take a look. Okay. Give it a save. Let's take a look. What do you got for us? Combat Pathing Revolution. Let me log in here. Combat Pathing Revolution. Melee Combat Pathing AI Vanilla Skyrim was only designed for the skating attack mechanism. It used a single generic AI data for all types of enemies in game, which caused the lacking of diversity and extending. Thus, it now fails to match those modern action game movesets that was introduced by MCO or any other modern action game framework. Therefore, Combat Pathing Revolution, referred to as CPR, is created to fill in the missing piece of the puzzle. CPR introduces a dynamic and highly customizable AI pathing framework for melee combat. It allows modern action moveset designers to apply specialized pathing AI data for his moveset to make Skyrim NPCs move in combat as those in modern action games. There are 4 types of AI moving behavior that CPR allows for customization. Advanced. Decide how AI perform when approaching combat target. Back off. Decide how AI perform when short distance retreating it from the combat target. Circle. Decide how the AI perform when circling the combat target. Fall back. Decide how AI performs when long distance retreating from combat target. Relation with MCO and SCAR. Behavior framework that brought modern game. Okay, so it's kind of like SCAR, but in the sense that it's enhancing it, basically. Incompatible with Phoenix Combat AI. Okay. I'm seeing a video here. It's vanilla. Hold on. Let me get your guys' eyes on the video. Let's pull it up here. Scar fixed the issues of NPC spamming only one attack. CPR fixes the issues of AI just standing in your face and attacking instead of moving around. All right, let's take a look. Start the video over for brevity's sake. And get you some music here. Oh, that's the wrong button. It's the right button, just it did the wrong thing. So this is vanilla. Obviously with non-vanilla movesets, but this is vanilla AI. You know, not very smart. Goes on for quite a while. Let's see, modded. Modded. I don't really see that much of a difference. But then again, this is just a framework, not an actual quote-unquote AI tactics set, I guess you could say. Well, I guess the one did attack from behind. They still don't seem all that intelligent, but I think it's better than vanilla. Again, this is just a framework. This isn't like actual customized AI pathing. So I think with this framework, somebody could make a very aggressive / unfair. Come on, I don't want to show this anymore. Fairly aggressive / unfair groups of enemies. And maybe if they're all by their lonesome, maybe they'll maybe somebody can customize it to where the enemy acts like cowards because they're either outnumbered themselves or it's one-on-one. Let's see, Scarf. It's quite funny watching them backstep and then just stand there. They don't get in your face constantly. Like, look at how they keep their distance so you can't murder all. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that's actually better than vanilla, but I'm excited to see where the moveset is gonna go. Or excuse me, the framework. Can I please? Holy shit, video game. I'm trying to get it out of view mode, but every time I click on it, stutter. Okay, I'll click on it again. Stutter. Okay, I'll click on it again. It's going... It went out, but it went back in. Fuck's sake. And then I click on it again. Stutter. And it's like, just let me get out of the view mode. Jesus Christ, game. I don't know why, but my Riften is very stuttery. And it shouldn't be. It's got vanilla trees and grass. Well, I guess that's probably why it's so stuttery, because it has vanilla trees. It has a moveset patcher. I see. I bet you could use it right now. I probably could. Just I don't want to do too much adding stuff in the run anymore. The only other thing that I'll be quote-unquote adding to the run is my Bruma patch, which the plugin is already there. I just need to change it so it works. Quote-unquote works. It works because it's not crashing the game. But I need to fix several armors in it. I need to actually patch all the armors in it. And then after that, I think I'm done patching stuff for this current run, because I don't want to keep adding stuff mid-run. Okay. And then we gotta walk back to Whiterun, because, again, my horse is nowhere to be found. And I have yet to buy a horse whistle, because it's not been that long in-game since I added the mod. And it takes quite a bit of time for vendors to reset, so... And again, I gotta fix my roads, but that'll be for the next run, which again will be after, or maybe after the Kingdoms of Amalur run, because like maybe by that time I'll have my SSD, and then I'll have space for either the Dynasty Warriors themed mod list or perhaps Fallout 4. And who knows, maybe I'll want to play a different game after that. It's an SKC plugin, so yeah, I definitely can throw it in. Okay. Monitor 114 thought CPR replaced his Wait Your Turn mod and hit it. Someone noticed, mentioned it in CPR's comments, and Monitor realized it doesn't replace Wait Your Turn. I think it just says it's incompatible. That's all I got out of the mod description for CPR. Yeah, I'll see about doing that today. I kind of have a lot on my plate. I need to finish rendering and uploading the videos from last week, or the streams, I should say, the VODs from last week. And then I need to render the VOD from yesterday. And then I need to render the VOD from today and tomorrow. And then I also have to try and get Arma 3 set up so that I can play with Carl. Because I don't want him to have gifted me the game and then I just don't play. I don't want him to waste his money. And I am interested in playing. It's not just I want to do it because I'm obligated to. It's like, no, I am interested in playing the game. It's just... I have, quote-unquote, streaming is very hard work. Content creation is the more correct term. Oh. What? Oh, I see. It's around the corner. Is it wildlife? Can I put it to sleep? Put it to sleep. Let's not attack it. Leave it alone. Let's get away hurriedly so we don't end up killing it. Oh, I'm going north, by the way, I'm pretty sure. Let me just check. So we may have to hurry backwards. Also, I want this. Sense direction. Yeah, we're going north. We need to turn around. My light armor increased. And that's another mod I need to get to get kind of figured out on, like, to see what I can do about it. I want to reduce the level rate of skills. I don't really want to reduce the level rate of the character level. I just want to reduce the level rate of skills, because I'm level 28. So I'm not necessarily low level, but quite a few of my skills, not a lot of them, but like 2 or 3, maybe 4 of my skills are very, very high. And I'd like to slow that down a little. Not for this run, but yeah. So they will work together. Wait your turn only suppresses enemy attacks according to monitor. Huh. See, wait your turn is kind of an interesting idea, but it's also like, I personally probably won't use it, just because... Okay, what direction is this? East. That's where we want to... East? Do we want to go east? Let's check our map. We do have a brand new map. We want this map of Skyrim, favorite it, and then equip. There it is. Where does this road... Okay, so if this is facing east... Tumble Down Tower. Well, if Riften is here and this is facing east, then I need to go east and then take the next right. Understood. Let's see here. Wow, even that French guy is praising CPR, calling it the last missing piece of modern ARPG combat mods. West and Northwest. Well, the thing I like about the idea of CPR is hopefully somebody will make, like, I don't know if Ghost of Tsushima is a really good example, but on the higher difficulties in Ghost of Tsushima, the enemies, no pun intended, don't wait their turn. They come at you like, you better be good, or the enemies are going to kill you. And I want the combat like that. And that's why I'm considering converting Le Sentiment du Fur to MCO, and then using that, and then using other MCO movesets for things like Animated Armory, because I want combat to be fast. I want the playthrough to be slow, but the combat to be fast and engaging. And I think MCO, SCAR, and CPR will kind of be the trifecta of modern action game mods. Speaking of, we need to eat again. Let's have a boiled egg. It is a food. It is light. Can it spoil? Yes. Eat it again. I don't know if LSDF would help much with the fast combat thing, honestly. And that's where I would sacrifice some fast combat for immersion. Where with the Le Sentiment du Fur movesets, I would be sacrificing the fast combat for the quote-unquote historical accuracy. Which is fine for me. Pretty much, I kind of want to stick with Le Sentiment du Fur until someone else makes a HEMA mod, and that, who knows, maybe that someone else will be me. Maybe I'll learn how to 3D animate, and I'll make it my goddamn self. And the other thing is, I want to use Le Sentiment du Fur's released first-person animation rig for Blender, so then I can make the MCO movesets, and then also make it in first person, which most MCO... In fact, I don't think any MCO moveset works in first person, but the guy who made Le Sentiment du Fur, granted it was for Sky SA, got it to work in first person, making their own first person rig. And then they released that first person rig on Nexus. HEMA, more like historical European martial arts. Yes, just HEMA is short for it. Ask Distar to use his mocap suit. I'm sure he won't tell you to go eat dirt, right? Yeah, I'm sure his shortness won't impede the actual animation quality. Because I've watched some videos on how to do different HEMA techniques with things like halberds and spears. And it's pretty interesting. You could disable the first-person view model and improve camera's I believe. That's not really the same, because it'll just look kind of jank. If it works like IFPV, it should disable first-person combat too. And by disable, you mean disable first-person combat so it uses third-person combat, but in first person. Is that what you're saying? Because I know you're probably not saying disable first-person combat as a whole, because that's like the opposite of what I'm talking about. Okay, I think I understand. I could try that and maybe see. I have a feeling it'd be pretty janky though. I don't have a hunting brew meat, and these revelers are here.
Hail, friend. It's good to see another merry soul enjoying this fine day. Ah, but you look tired. Come, share a bottle of hunting brew mead with me.
I would love to share a drink with you, friend.
Ah, nothing like fine spirits to help raise your... well, your spirits. Cheers, my friend. May your adventures find you fame and fortune.
Oh. Let's go ahead and drink a dink dink. No animation. Oh, you cock. Nutted in my sock when I beat my cock. Also, I imagine first person height, or person height. First person height doesn't matter too much for mocap if it's set up right. Probably it's just... I think Distar is trying to figure it out. I'm trying to be diplomatic when I'm saying that. I think he's trying to figure it out. And honestly, I hope he does. Because mocap is not necessarily that, from what I understand, it's not that complicated. But if it's your, like, first time using it, it's not going to be that easy either. O-Stim mods when? Well, there's already O-Pilgrim. He's already made a full troll moveset thing, as far as I know. Nice.
But I say it belongs to whoever has the...
That and mocap also has to be tidied up. Like, you can't just use straight mocap. I wonder who made O-Pilgrim. Gee, I wonder who. like, there's going to be natural human flaws, plus the technology is also going to have flaws when capturing the human movement. So, he has to... I'm sure he understands this, but he has to do the mocap and then clean it up in his software in post. So, am I going the wrong way? I am. Goes to show how amazing I am at paying attention. Well, since we're here, we might as well check out this tower, wherever it is. It's gonna be on our left side, I think. Also, that's Dayspring Pass. Too busy yapping. I get lost because I'm going on autopilot. Okay, where's this tower? There's Blackbriar Lodge, Tumbledown Tower. Pretty much right on the road. We gotta hurry it up a little. Wasting too much time. I don't know what Tumbledown Tower is from. I don't know if that's vanilla. I want to say it's not. Oh, it's probably this. Is it not cleared? Yeah, I've been here. Doesn't sound vanilla. Yeah, it is vanilla. It's just this is unmarked in vanilla. And I have the Atlas map markers, which adds more map markers. So I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Either way, we need to hurry it up and take the correct turn, which is now a left-hand turn. Because I missed it initially because I was busy talking. Which, that's not a complete waste of time, just in the context of the video game, it is. And here's Riften. So, if I'm going east, and the turn is on the right-hand side from here. Where the hell is the road? Do I just want to go all the way around Riften? I think that's what I want to do. We're going to go all the way around Riften until we get on the western side. It's a shame I have to even do that. Because the map says there's a road there. I don't think there's a road there. Now we're on the northern side of the lake. Let's just go around the lake. Sick of pussyfooting around Riften. Lake Honrick. Oh. Oh, it's clay. Got confused there. Riften, more like shithole. Dirty old shit ass. Yesterday, one of your colleagues decided to play Witcher 3 during an unbearably boring lecture. It was the 4.0 update, not a fan. You like your mods? Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a matter of time before certain mods catch up. Alright, here's a path. Oh? Oh, hold on. Helpify, unequipped my map. Oh, it is unequipped because it turned to fractured. Oh. It's tattered. I thought it said fractured, but I guess it's tattered. Well, we're gonna need to buy another map when we get to Whiterun. Most already have, but the game still looks odd, for lack of better words. It's way too cartoony for, like, the color scheme and all that. Yeah, that's certainly a valid complaint, I would say. Let's just double check that my map isn't still equipped. It is. Cool. We need food and water, so water. And then jerky. We may have to go hunting, because we're going to need some food. Because all my other stuff is pretty stale. Yeah, we're going to need to go hunting. What was that sound? There's something nearby. Looks blue or brown goop. There's something making noise over here. We good? Bless Blitz FX completely replacing the water rendering. I believe this is Treva's watch. This could be Faldar's tooth. Let's give it a save. Golden Glow Estate Sewer. Golden Glow Estate. Look. Oh, that's the wrong button. Maybe we just get around. Grab the nerd over here. Better. All this just to go west because Riften can't be fucking bothered to have a western gate. Ugh. Just make sure we're facing the right way. East. So then we need to go this way. In fact, we have some wash water to use. Because we are dirty. Oh, my wash water's in my knapsack. Alright, we are gonna need to go hunting, so I need some food. See if we can maybe find a deer. That's a spider. Come on. Let me up, Todd. And there's a boar there. Where'd it go? There he is. Get him.
And that's the last of them.
Wrong button. Our hunting knives are on us. Okay. Let's go ahead and equip the orcish hunting knife. Field dress. And butcher the meat. And dispose of the
There's a lot of
carcass.
snow in Skyrim, isn't
Come on.
there?
Let me do the thing. Dispose.
That
There we
means
go.
better off staying green.
Let's get out of here before the spiders turn on us. Okay, we have meat. We're gonna have to think about setting up camp pretty soon. There, successful hunt. Oh, we gotta drink some water. Remy. Remy is such a little baby. Okay, are we in combat with something? Ooh, have you seen comprehensive first-person animation overhaul? I don't know. You can post it on the Discord, or otherwise you can DM it to me. Oh. That's a dragon, I believe. I need... Where is it? Is it not favorited? Oh, cool. Oh, I see. Shouts have their own menu. Oh, there's a bear for no reason. The game was like, it's not bad enough that you have to fight a dragon, but you also have to fight a bear. Nice. It's not enough that I have to fight a dragon that can very easily kill me. I have to also fight a bear. Perhaps two. Well, I see a spider got launched. We just gotta go. We gotta go. Keep my eye on the prey, or the opponent. Nice, it didn't heal me. Hooray! Boy, I love it when that bug happens. For fuck's sake. Boy, I love it when it stutters constantly in the middle of combat. Dragon's still around. You missed. You love it when Skyrim. Nice. The stuttering certainly doesn't make combat easier. Yep, dead. Can't do anything about it. Can't do anything when it's just random dragon attack in the middle of the road. When there's no cover. And I have to be attacked by literally the entire environment. I have to be attacked by not one, but technically 3 bears, because 2 of them were just so happened to be fighting a Stormcloak group. But then I also had to fight a wolf, and while I could have spent that time running away from the dragon just kept pursuing. Meanwhile, my followers are nowhere to be found. Really? Really? Did it really not save? Pretty sure I saved. Did the game fuck me? And here I was thinking I could save after fighting the bristleback, but the moment I was gonna do that, a dragon appeared, so I'm like, well, I guess I can't save now. Sir, you need to stop.
Killing you.
One's down. She's dead. Of course. Stab you in the butt. Excuse me?
I'll see you burn.
Do your work.
Y'all attacked me, so now you all have to die. You all have to die now. And who knows, maybe this will prevent the dragon attack.
Now ain't this a surprise?
Okay, so how do I get in? Yeah, you tell him, Janassa. I see.
Give him the dogs, boys.
In fact, let's do this the smart way. In fact,
Guide me.
nope, not an apprentice lock. Maybe it's a novice lock. Nice. Oh, that bug is going to be a problem. Where is it gonna put me? Skyrim is just really making sure the last... Skyrim is really making sure that the last hour of the last stream and the first hour of this stream is going to be the most unfun. All I want is to go west. That's that simple. I shouldn't have to walk all the way around Riften, and then all the way around the lake, and then have to fight every living creature in a 1 mile radius, while trying to just simply go one direction. It's not that hard. If you're gonna fight me, fight me.
Give him the dogs, boys.
What was that?
What? From where? Was I shot? I was shot in the head. Through a rock, mind you. Ooh, man, Skyrim's just really wanting me to play a different game today, huh?
So I can stab you in the back.
Got shot through a rock. It's like the opposite of head glitching.
Like the bite of a flea.
This is the end.
Yes, I cast Fury on the bear, which means the bear comes straight after me instead of the bandits around him. I fucking am not having a good time.
Do your work.
And of course, there has to be a spider. There has to be a spider. There has to be every living creature in all of Skyrim has to fight me all at once. It can never just be as simple as letting me go west. It's never that simple, huh? I just want to get out of here. I just want to go west. It's that simple. No, I can't even have that. I can't even have the ability to go in a single direction without literally everything in the game trying to kill me. For no apparent reason. I just want to get to a road so I can go west. That's it. That's all I want. Because you know, walking by the bandit place, of course, would aggro the bandits. That's fine. But there has to be a bear. There has to be a bear. There has to be a spider. When I think I'm done with the wolves at Faldar's Tooth, there has to be more wolves. I get shot through a rock because that makes sense. And now I have to still go hunting. And I can't go back to where I killed those other wolves because that's like apparently the hottest war zone in all of Skyrim. So now I have to go hunting elsewhere. You look suspicious.
All right. Hand over your valuable. Don't you walk away from me.
Okay. Yep, just goes right past my companions to go straight for me. Yep, comes straight for me. Yep. Deal with all my companions, and he just comes straight for me. Let me do a little experiment here. Let me guess, if I cast Fury, it's gonna come... Nope, too powerful for Fury. I'm pretty sure if I would have cast Fury on him, he would have just come straight for me again. Thank you, Gore.
Don't get hit.
It's not enough to just let me go in a single direction. I have to be attacked by everything. All the random encounters have to happen
There's a
all
lot
at
of
once.
snow in Skyrim, isn't there? Maybe Whiterun is better off staying green.
For one thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to go into Deadly Dragons. I think I'm going to tune it down just a bit. Because otherwise, it's just a little bit too much. It's just a little bit too much. Like, dragon fights are exceedingly difficult. To the point where I can maybe take 1 or 2 hits from the dragon. Doesn't seem to matter which attack. And then I'm just dead. And it takes me so many attacks. And this is with followers, mind you. To kill it. So it's just a little overtuned. And if it becomes too easy, then I'll start adding custom settings. Alright, pick it up. You have a javelin in you, ma'am. Now that the bullshit has hopefully stopped, can I please have fun again? Am I allowed even that? Am I allowed to have fun? I think the short answer is no. But the long answer is hopefully. I just want to go this direction. It's that simple. Yeah, we want to go this way. Oh. Well, how about that? It won't be tasty boar meat, but we're gonna have to settle for you. Okay. Well, at least we have one dog we can, you know, do things with. Cancel. I want to grab my orcish hunting knife. So it's going to give me more meat. Orcish. There it is. Field dress. And then... Nope. I want to do the thing again. And butcher meat, which will give us more fat as well, which will help with making soaps. At least 2 fat. So let's go ahead and dispose of this creature.
Did I
Do I have enough salt? I should for some of this meat. Raw wolf meat. Salt.
But I
There we
reckon
go.
they had good cause.
Okay, I think the bullshit has stopped. I think I'm allowed to have fun again. And just to make sure we're going in the correct direction. Okay. Kind of blinded to that thing. Roughly south. Your reputation worsened slightly. Probably from stealing Frost. What am I trying to do? What am I trying to do? I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to do. There's a big old castle over there. Oh, thank you for the stretch. I'll get right on that. Now undress. Oh, I'm dropping frames apparently because I can't just have a normal stream. The game has to piss me off, and now I have to start dropping frames too. That's fun. Okay, I think it's back. Okay. All right, that was a good stretch. We're going to give it maybe one more in-game hour to kind of darken up a bit more. And then we'll think about setting up camp. Hi, puppy. Remy is so tired. I'm a bit tired, too. He's such a tired little baby. And I think I'm going to have to ignore the Hurdiston Hall and Blackthorn stuff. Two separate mods. Both are incompatible with each other. Because apparently I don't know how to read. And it says right on Hurdiston Hall's page, hey, fuckface. Also, this isn't Hurdiston Hall. Hurdiston Hall's page says, hey, fuckface. Not literally, this is me paraphrasing. Blackthorn doesn't work with Hurdiston Hall. Don't use both. And because I have both, I'm just going to have to ignore it for now. Because those both seem like pretty hefty mods to try and remove mid-run. So I'll just ignore those two. Such a little baby. He's out. Okay, let's see about setting up camp right here. I don't know if I have any wood in my bag, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. Got some ruined books, though. Got some wooden plate, linen wrap. Pick up, and then we need to set our fire. Books, linen wraps, strike stone. At least it's enough to cook with. So place the cooking pot. And then we'll go ahead and get our tent up. Oh, I see. I was like, where's my tent? I need to scroll up. Alright, place here. That seems fine. Who cares if the grass is clipping through? It's fine. Remy hears a bird. Wolf haunch. Sure. Then we'll go ahead and... Where's everybody else? Where's Zora and Gore? Well, I guess I gotta teleport them because they are dumb. Okay. Time to pray. Okay, and pray time. We'll put our clothes back on. Gauntlet. Ring. Cloak. Necklace. Tiara. Dwarven bolts. Bracelet. And that should be it for that. And the backpack. And then we go to sleep for 8 hours. It's sustenance time. Enjoy the food, kitty. We will be here. Oh, I'm dirty.
Riften is where they make the...
Turns out I need another wash water. Knapsack.
Briar Mead. We should head down there. Have ourselves a little taste test.
Wash water. Now we'll clean up here. Okay, pack it up. We'll have breakfast and then we'll get a move on. We need food. We'll have our rabbit haunch. And then a wolf haunch. water. And another water. Guess we'll put on our hooded mantle. Kind of help keep us dry. Guess the sun hasn't fully risen. It's a Nordic ruin. It's a thing here. Huh. Interesting. Egg. And the rain passes, so we'll go ahead and put our cloak back on. All right. Oh, fog's coming in. Give it a save. The pop cat. Remy, are you just chilling out? You got woke up by the bird noises. Good boy. You good kitty? We need another direction sense. Okay, we're facing west. That's where we need to go. Just the game had to make it impossible for us to get this way. Oh, another egg. Might have to take a break at the 2-hour mark so I can make more coffee. I'm really tired today. And I want to make a point of not falling asleep today. Well, except at bedtime, but yeah, I don't want to take a nap today. Because if I force myself to stay awake till bedtime, then I will be very tired at bedtime. And then I can just go to bed on time and fall asleep for 8 hours. Sleep is very important. I've just been struggling with it for a week now. Hi, Bubby. Are you a tired little baby? Are you a tired little baby? Paying attention to the cat, not the game. Meanwhile, a spider will come up out of nowhere and spit poison at me, and then I'll die. Because I was too busy petting the cat. That's a good boy, Remy. What do you hear, baby boy? Oh look, it's the revelers again. Too bad I drank my honey brew meat already.
Hail, friend. It's good to see another merry soul enjoying this fine day. Ah, but you look tired. Come, share a bottle of honey brew mead with me.
I'd love another one.
Ah, nothing like fine spirits to help raise your spirits. Cheers, my friend. May your adventures find you fame and fortune.
Okay. Drinking time. Oh, my butter is stale. I don't know why there's no animation for the mead. Okay, give it a save. I tickle your toes. Remy's getting up. Aren't you, buddy? Oh, I'm so tired. At least we have a set of signs, and we can read one of them to tell us where to go. We have overlapping lanterns. I think one of them is from Lanterns of Skyrim, and the other one is from, oh, Dragon Time? Helgen Whiterun. Suppose we could go this way and figure out how to get to Whiterun from here. I heard something. Guess no dragon after all. Some storm cloaks. Boy, I love it when my neighbor above me just drops heavy stuff on the floor. Makes a loud bang. It is very foggy. Oh, we're freezing now. So we need to kind of take a break so we can set a fire and then warm up, perhaps. I think we need to gather some stuff. Add books. Add roll of paper. Strike. And we're gonna make more kindling out of the wooden plates, make a flickering campfire. This will keep us warm while we go, in fact, this might be warm enough to just warm us up. Yes, walk through the fire. Good thing I don't have Fire Hurts. I think Fire Hurts has an add-on where it doesn't work with campfire fires. Because if that was the case, my followers would be constantly burning. Because they're always walking in between the fire. Okay, let's take it down the fire, pick up our fuel.
I'm hungry. Maybe today I'll try something new. Like a vegetable or something. Buried
Someone's
under
campsite's right here.
meat.
Who this? Who this? Treasure Hunter's Camp. Anyone here? Hello? It's empty. I think I see a note here. That's mine. Read note. Well, if I do this, it might fuck me over. I don't know who it was, but someone said it would be cool if almost all campfires were made campfire mod campfires via base object swapper. I thought that was just a thing. I thought that was just a mod that existed. Go to the island near the edge of the lake. Look for where a great tree once stood. That is where I buried it. They talk about... Well, I can't see if there's a lake nearby because it's very, very foggy. Let's try looking at our map. That's the wrong button. Maybe they're talking about this? Where a great tree once stood. Maybe this island? Suppose we could give it a try. Oh, come on, game. Take ore. Video game. Need to unequip the map. Todd got mad. So we're being attacked from multiple sides. Ugh. A duel, if you will. I stab you again.
Doing your worst.
Heard someone draw an axe. Oh, damn. Oh, you draw out your sea axe versus your axe? You know you can dual wield them. Come on. Slap you. I slap you, I slap you, I slap you, I slap you.
On to the next battle. Or maybe the next end.
We dirty again? No, we're not. We're fine. Oak handle axe. Search chest. Is this vanilla? Is this whole thing vanilla? Come on, mouse, cooperate. Cooperate! Fuck, I hate this scroll wheel on this thing. Oh my god. Just get... It is vanilla. Why would Todd... I suppose it's pretty on brand. Why would Todd design a quest, like not even a quest, like a mini quest? Why would he design a mini quest where the treasure hunter's camp is leaves a note saying, "Here's where I buried my treasure," and then it's literally what? Not even like 30 yards away? Like, they gave you clues as to find it, so they just put it literally right next to the treasure hunter's camp? Whatever. Todd got mad preemptively, and he stuttered my game because he knew that I would complain. Like, yeah, that's not even like 30 yards. It's literally down the hill on the shoreline. Wow. What if they came from Windhelm? I don't know what you mean. Do you mean like they're stupid, so they just put the treasure right next to their campsite? Because that would be pretty on par for Nords. I don't know, some world building shit. I see. And by that, I mean I don't understand it. Yeah, like, if the idea is Nords are dumb, so they're gonna put the treasure right next to their camp. The thing is, Skyrim doesn't really try to tell you that Nords are dumb. It's just, I think Todd got a little lazy with this little mini quest and was like, oh, let's just give him the answer 2 feet outside the camp. And here I thought I'd have to go to Lake Honrick. Excuse me, because it said lake. And if I look at the map here, this isn't really a lake. This is more like a delta. Where Lake Honrick is an actual lake. Oh. Man. I'm just real tired today. Again, we'll take a break at the 2-hour mark so I can grab another cup of coffee. And I'm probably going to have a cup of coffee in the mid-afternoon. Like around the time the stream would be over. Because I gotta make it to bedtime. Thought I could hear something again. Unless it's literally just my headset creaking as I talk. Because, you know, I have a little bit of stubble and it rubs up against the pads. So it ends up sounding like a spider clicking and clacking. And I'm like, what the hell was that? And I go to investigate. There's literally nothing there. Like, I'm going insane. Insane in the membrane. Oh. Oh, we got turned around. Hold on. We got turned around and went back the way we came. Hence why I like this fog. Because it really kind of helps disorient me as the player. Which may sound like a bad thing, but it's actually a good thing. It keeps me immersed in the sense that I might get lost. I just might get lost while trying to find my way. Okay, we're back to where we were. Game's trying real hard. Oh, are we in combat with something? Yes, we are. Bitch! She threw knives in my face! I'm pretty sure it's an assassin. Yeah, it is. Damn! Ugh! Stupid assassin. Lockpick. Ooh, I'll take that. Keep all your other crap. Get the throwing knives out of me. Okay, and then we are going to burn her. Just to clean up the body. And my torches are in my knapsack. So let me pull that out. Watch me whip it out. Can pull out 2 of our torches. Yep. And then grab our torch. Wrong button. Why am I pressing all the wrong buttons? I think because my brain is moving a little too quickly. And I'm skipping steps. I need to actually leave the inventory before I can, you know, go first person. Maybe that would help, Lou. This thing is bloody as shit. It's a dirty old shit ass. Another reason I want to maybe consider re-adding dirt and blood, because it's got the blood effects that you also can clean off. And being bloodied, as in like having a ton of blood on you, does have a buff to intimidation and a debuff, I think, to speech. Or not speech, but I think bartering. Just wait for the fire to disappear. They all eat bread in unison. The only reason I'm waiting is because I want to make sure the fire actually goes out, so it doesn't just fire off in the background and, you know, causes the game to crash 20 hours later. Oh. Sir. I think I shot Gore in the back. Of course, the moment I have a shot lined up is when the game's like, stutter time! Time to stutter! Video game. Can you hold together for 5 seconds? Jesus H. Christ.
Are they gone? Please help. I can pay you.
Are you okay?
Bandits attacked and ransacked my cart. Can you help me?
Sure. What can I do?
My camp is nearby in the ruins of Nilheim. Get me there safely, and you'll be rewarded.
Okay. That's like over this bridge, right? Come on, show me the way. Show me the way, man. Had to give him a boost.
It's just across the bridge and up that hill.
Who this? Xerxes? Oh, Finister.
We're close now. I can see the camp.
Okay.
Wait here. I'll be right back with your reward.
Sure.
Looks like we've got ourselves a... Hey!
Didn't even finish his own line. Sir, go to sleep. Oh, he's too powerful for calm, I see. Alright, let me try a fear. Let me try fear. Oh, I'm burning. That missed. Stop attacking my dogs, please.
You start running, or I can stab you in the back.
Sir? Oh, I got hit. Let me take out Telrav. I think he's shooting me from afar.
You hear me? Not your fast, huh?
Come here, you. Ouch. Ah. Yeah. Ow. Ow, sir. Don't shoot me point blank. You're gonna kill me.
Don't kill me!
Alright, speaking of killing. Gotta get the arrows out of me. They're doing damage. Shot in the face. I have a head injury. Okay, another potion. Okay. Telrav is dead. I'm gonna have to start... I have no magicka, no stamina, so this is gonna be quite fun. Oh, hi. Thought there was someone behind me. Yeah, take the credit.
You really make for a teddy bear.
Ow, my tummy hurts. Alright, let's loot everybody.
I love killing bandits. Probably
Yeah, me too.
my favorite thing in the world.
Orcasheros. Because I have a new bow that I could probably sell.
Right up there, too.
Oh, more wood. Okay, let's just check this place out, I guess. Statue of Mead. Still tired. Still injured, by the way, you know. Oh,
I'm staying out of this.
let's make this guy afraid. He's got a nice looking sword. Oh, right, no magicka. Still injured, by the way. Let's get our backstabs in, then. Oh, sir. He's a competent fencer. Ouch, sir.
Erebor, guide me! I'll starve you into pieces!
Nice. Janatsa got him. The decapitation. A rusty iron flamberge. Okay. Oh look, soul gem. Let's see if they have any salt. Oh, no salt there. Character's tuckered out. Don't need the flour because I've already got some. Vanessa, why are you in the way? Oh, I guess we'll take these cabbages. Because I misclicked. Some boots. Oh, is that something over there? Oh, it's a book. Nice. Can I please have the book? If my followers would stop spawning on top of me so I can have this book. Jesus Christ. Ah, yes. Windhelm, old, septums, and a potion of plentiful stamina. Back just in time to see Todd's diary. Yep. Surely. Surely it's Todd's. Well, I think I've gotten over my injury. Oop. Game stuttered, which made me think it was gonna make me drop. Which of course probably would have dealt damage and maybe even killed me. And that would have been fucking awesome, huh? If the game would stutter to the point where my character would just walk off the cliff and die. Wouldn't that be fun, Todd? Oh, look. Coin purse. Orcish arrow. Grab these leather strips. Oh, slaughterfish scales, sure. Sure, that'll be useful for an alchemist. Ooh, salt. That's what I like to see. And more salt. Get the wood. Okay. Now there's a nice looking pole axe. There we go. Sure, that'll be useful for an alchemist. We'll grab these wooden plates and all that, because that can be turned into kindling, which we can use for our fires. Wooden plate, wooden bowl. Oh, not the kettle. Drop the kettle here. Did I loot this boy? I don't know if I did. An oval shield. Okay. Oh, look. More orcish arrows for me to gather. I think my followers are stuck. Gonna have to teleport them. Okay. Let's save, because sometimes teleporting has caused crashes. In fact, this will be where we take our break. So I can get up, stretch, go to the bathroom, make another cup of coffee, and we will be right back. I'll just kind of leave it here while we enjoy the atmosphere. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I want the regular one. Okay. Enjoy. I shall return shortly. Alright, I am back. Oh, we are back. Alright, let's get a move on. In fact, there's another wooden plate over here I'm gonna grab. I think I see more slaughterfish scales too. Yep. Will this... Is this Nord mead or hunting brew mead? Stick my head under there and start drinking. Just regular Nord mead. Okay. At least we have some extra mead in case we need false warmth. Because in Frostfall, alcohol warms you by a small amount temporarily, and then when you're done being warmed by the drink, it like makes it worse for you. Plus, I have it so that I need makes alcohol dehydrate me faster. And it works kind of similarly to Frostfall, where it temporarily gives me a boost to hydration, but as soon as that effect is over, it makes my hydration worse. So. Now, I don't think I have the Nilheim quest expansion enabled, because I think that mod came out like right after I started the run. Like maybe like a week or two after I started. I still need to add a mod called JS Common Cages. In fact, I'm going to write down a couple notes. Let me open up Notepad here. Notepad. Oh, hold on. Notepad. Re-enable JS Common Cages. Install and patch. Hold on. Holy shit. Oh, the hell it sneezes. Install and patch move sets with CPR AI mod. And then I'll save it to the desktop as doesn't help that it's like right there we go. Okay, let me save it to the desktop as modding notes Bard run 3/16/2023. There. Okay. Okay. And this is telling me to go back this way, which I think this is where we came from. So maybe we missed a sign. Come on, game. Figure it out. You can do it. I don't know why it's struggling so hard in Riften. In Riften, of all places. Am I meant to go this way? but there's no road sign. Todd, did you miss a road sign? No. I'm just reading the map here. So I gotta follow the road. Do not turn left. Do not turn right. And follow it all the way west. Thank you for the cat kiss. Oh, thank God it's not foggy anymore. It's slightly hazy, but that's fine. We need to feed and water our bard. Oh, that's mildly stale. Drop that. And these are severely stale. Let's have some charred meat. We'll have another one. And then we need a water. This should hydrate us to full. Should. Quote unquote should. And there we go. Okay, let's give it a save. Let's get on path here so I can just auto walk. I want to try out that auto pathing mod. The vision is a little blurry for some reason. Is it like, because I'm injured or something? Or is it because I drank alcohol? Not entirely sure. Because you can see it's a little blurry. Now it's not. But now it is. Weird. Wait. If this is the treasure hunter's camp, then I missed a turn entirely. Yeah, my vision's like blurry in third person in the background. In the foreground, it's not. Weird. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's just Imperials. Okay, they got this. Okay. What the hell? It says Whiterun that way, and then when I go that way, Whiterun says this way. Which one is it, Todd? This is why I wish I had that old, pretty old, but I wish I had that old signs mod. I forget what it's called, but I've used it before. What's going on there? Oh, I see. Sir? He's using a dirty, modified iron helmet. He made me hit my dog. You leap and attack. No. Wow, Janassa. Get him, boys. At least it isn't a random Khajiit casting fireball. Now it's a random Khajiit losing his head. He got a little too ahead of himself.
Hilarious and original. Hilarious and original. Hilarious and original. Hilarious and original.
I think I need refined glass. Yeah. Well, anyways. Khajiit got a little too big for his britches. I don't know why, but my third-person camera is, like, blurry? Oh, the game's stuttering, so it doesn't really help. Yeah, like, there's, like, added extra depth of field. for some reason in third person. Don't know why. Because I heard that bear freaking out after I calmed it. I'm like, what's going on? And then I didn't realize that in front of me was a Khajiit just coming in to attack us. That's kind of why I want to rename the random encounter NPCs. So that if they're just going to be hostile, that they're not just called High Elf, Khajiit, Argonian. Like, no, like, give me a little something a little spicier than that. Like, why would a random ass Khajiit out of nowhere just be attacking me? And I could call them, I could maybe call them mercenary, and maybe leave a mercenary's note on them saying, hey, somebody wants this guy dead, kill him. So that way it's not just exclusive to assassins from the Dark Brotherhood. It would lead to an interesting roleplay dynamic of, wait, if the Dark Brotherhood, if their contract is being quote unquote stolen from somebody that's not a Dark Brotherhood assassin, then maybe that'll add some sort of intrigue to the roleplay. That is just like, why the fuck is a random, like, no-name Khajiit attacking me? It should be something like Khajiit mercenary or whatever, or Khajiit thug. Or maybe even angry Khajiit. Angry might even be easier to do since I could just rename them to that. Like angry Argonian. They're pissed off and oh, hold on. I'm missing a step here. Sir? Go to sleep. We need to get out of here quick so that he doesn't re-aggro when we're still in range. There's a deer. Ah, the sniffles. Look out, elk.
Fighting styles often come down to build. You got arms like a clanfiar, then you got no range with a weapon, but you're quick with a shield.
Okay, the coffee has been taken care of. And I'm already feeling better. Oh, who's this over here? Sir? Can I speak with you? Alchemy shack.
We don't need to pray to statues of Talos. Not when we have the real thing.
Sir?
Greetings and salutations. My name is... Wait a minute. Are you an Imperial agent?
As a matter of fact, I am not.
That's exactly what an Imperial slug would say. You're the second patrol to come here in the last week. My letters must be working. The last guy was shaking in his stupid red dress, saying I was more valuable to the cause alive. And he's right. I'm the most valuable soldier in the whole Stormcloak army.
He's busy beating off into a cup over here. So you're a Stormcloak?
Of course. Now, not officially, but I follow the one true king of Skyrim. Not that harlot widow, what's-her-face, General Tullius. What kind of name is that for a Jarl? Or a woman? General. Sounds like something I'd name a store. Or the assortment of garbage that collects under my foot.
General isn't his name. And Tullius isn't even the Jarl.
Then why does he insist people call him that? That makes him more of an idiot. Ulfric, though, he's a smart one. Some say he might even be Talos reborn. That's ridiculous. Ulfric isn't the second coming of Talos. He is Talos.
Wait, what?
You heard me. Tiber Septim has been hiding ever since he faked his death in the 38th year of the Third Era. I can prove it. I was there.
Are you implying you're hundreds of years old?
What? Have you been sticking fire salts up your ass? Well, you shouldn't. Sure, it feels good, but it'll give you the meanest rash. Not that that'll stop children from doing it. Children are the worst breed of fungus. I should know. I used to own one.
Of course, but can you answer the question?
Huh? What question?
You're saying both you and Ulfric are hundreds of years old.
I never said that. You ought to get your eyes checked. I'm not a day over 20. What happened is, I got my hand on this thing. It's called an Elder Scroll. I used it to travel to another dimension, where they had invented time travel, and something called a centaur. I think it's like a minotaur with the head of a centurion.
I'm not sure Elder Scrolls work that way.
Why, have you ever used one? Ever even seen one? I've got 3 in my pocket and 6 more that I plan on designing myself.
What the hell is this? It's a 3D NPC. Probably one of the few that have a really good personality. He reminds me of Dale Gribble from King of the Hill. Tell me about how you went back in time.
Right, so the Moon Elves sent me back to the dawn of the Third Era. It's there that I wrote this book about the mystery of Talara, whose story came to me in a dream. It's about a princess who lost her identity following a royal murder plot. And that's when I realized, to avoid assassination, Tiber Septim was secretly living in the Imperial City as a prostitute named Sheena.
Wait, go back. There are elves on the moon?
You better believe it. They live on the sun, the moons, and even inside you. Ever have a sore throat? That's elves taking root like a creep cluster. Elves can live in any climate, on account they aren't actually elves, but shades.
Shades?
Yep, they're the ones who taught Tiber Septim the art of shape-shifting. Not through illusion, mind you, but magic.
Maybe Tiber Septim is Alduin, too.
What a bunch of bullhorker. Not even a shapeshifter can be in 2 places at once. Alduin is more likely one of the Uriels or Pelagiuses.
Alright, that explains the face, but shapeshifters aren't immortal.
But vampires
I don't even see his
are.
face.
That's right. Ulfric Stormcloak is actually Tiber Septim, a shape-shifting vampire. Remember that the next time you visit the Palace of the Kings.
You own the shack?
This dump? Are you out of your mind? I just sleep here, live here, and use the vegetable garden. No, this all belongs to someone else.
Do you mean those plants over there?
Plants? You need to get your eyes checked. There's corn,
Corn?
artichokes, and that nightshade-looking thing over there is some kind of dwarven onion.
Who owns this shack?
Some plant mage. Probably wasn't a very good one either, using a stove for an alchemy table.
So what do you do if he returns?
I'll let him move back in.
Where will you go?
I said I'd let him move back in. I didn't say I was moving out. I'll let him sleep on the chair out back. Unless he snores, then it's the axe. There's a war going on and I have letters to write. I don't have time to be civil to someone who bays like a horse every time he takes a nap.
So what exactly is it you do as a Stormcloak?
I send letters to the false queen, Jarl Tullius. Scathing missives that mock her figure and the vast emptiness of her pink palace. At the bottom, I sometimes scribble drawings of a pornographic nature, just to further illustrate my point.
I can deliver your next letter. Maybe that'll give us a quest? Sure.
And trust such an important message to an amateur? Never. The letter stays in my pocket until I can find an official courier.
If Ulfric's Talos, what happened to the real Jarl of Windhelm?
Well, that's the thing. He never existed. Of course, some people say he was seduced away by dark elves. What a bunch of chicken feathers. Just another thing dreamt up by mages who need courage spells to confront the fact they're all miserable failures.
Well, a man your age must have some family to speak of.
Haven't you been paying attention to a word I've said? The Stormcloaks are my family. I had a father once, Thornvar the Nail. The way he talked, people used to say he took a hammer to the head, hence the name. Nobody says that about me. I'm nobody's nail. I'm the hammer.
I think I'll take my leave now.
Got what you needed, did you, you Imperial agent? Too bad for you, the Moon Elves taught me a spell that will erase your memory. All I have to do is look into your eyes and wait for it. Wait for it. There! Damn Imperial spies are everywhere.
Okay. A rare official Valve YouTube channel upload celebrating the Steam Deck's first birthday. Wow! It's a year old. And I'll probably still never own one. Alright, we're dirty now. Of course, after we talk to that guy, that's when we get dirty. I think we have one more wash water we can use. Pick up. Nope, that's definitely a sound in the game. I think it's just ambient noise from being in the rift in the rift forest. Because it sounds like something was like rapping against a tree, but it also kind of sounds like a spider kind of twitching out. But it doesn't quite sound like a vanilla spider sound. So I'm a little confused as to what it is. I do have Sounds of Skyrim, so it could be one of those. Oh, I'm feeling so much better after I had that cup of coffee. Oh. Sir? Only appears to be one he is. Go to sleep. Here we have a Nordic ruin thing. Nope, we have some goats. Let's see if I can calm them. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. My spell is still in my hand. I could kill one of these. Take their meat. So I'm running out of wolf haunches. Yeah, let's kill it. Sorry, goat.
Good work, my liege.
Field dress.
Say no one survives the arena. Fighters like me, weed up
And butcher the meat.
2 deaths.
Probably should have equipped my orcish hunting knife, eh? And then, oh,
We're one of the
Janessa.
same kind, you and I.
And then we'll dispose of the animal.
Met you. Let's go.
Give it a save. Once again, the background is very blurry, but not in first person. I don't know why. Oh, I think the wolves are attacking us again. Go to sleep. Oh.
A good workout.
Oh, Janassa got knocked down. She's okay. We good? Okay. Gonna be taking home some big buckaroos. They put Gabe in the video. How long has he had a white beard for? For a while. I've seen him with a white beard in a few pictures that weren't that recent, but you know, how often is he in front of a camera? Oh, there we go. Now that's Skyrim. There it goes. Just in case the game crashes. And I'll take this opportunity to salt the goat meat. And give it another save so I don't have to salt it again. They also called it affordable, which I guess. How much it cost? Yeah, the fog's coming in now. Because if it's like $200 versus say something like $500, that might as well be the same price to someone like me. Speaking of, I think starting next year, unless I don't get a capture card this year, I think starting next year I'm gonna start saving up for a new PC. Oh, there you are. Hello. You were flying around here for a minute ago. Oh shush! You're all the way up there. And I'm not gonna save up all the money all at once. I think I'm literally gonna buy one part at a time. Just that it'll stay in the box until I actually go to build a PC. And I think I want to try and get a pretty high-end PC. I ain't getting a 40 series graphics card. I am going to get a 3060, I think. A 3060 Ti or Super. Because I think those have the most VRAM. Now, unless by then, the 40 series is more affordable and other computer parts have caught up to make it worth it, then maybe I'll consider getting a 40 series. 380 euros for the base model with 64 gigabytes of whatever eMMC, and then there's a 500 euro tier with a 256 gigabyte NVMe and a 600 euro version with 512 gigabyte NVMe. Could have looked into AMD GPUs too. well, I plan to get a CPU upgrade. So I could always get a CPU upgrade and an AMD GPU. Because I'm not super tied to the GPU codec that NVIDIA uses. It's just, though I can't use it right now. Let's say I got an AMD GPU to replace my current one. Like, I couldn't do that right now because my CPU is not good enough. Like, I can't really stream and record and do all that and play a video game and have a chat window up and a browser up. Where I definitely want to see about getting a higher end CPU as well. And honestly, I think the most expensive parts are going to be GPU, CPU, and an SSD. And that's it. I want to get a lot of SSDs for that new computer. Because I want M.2s, I want an internal, maybe an extra internal. And all of a decent size. Oh, are we? Okay. We're just gonna... Okay. I was wondering how long it would take them. Hold on. Stab you? I'm sorry, stray dog. Got a little too excited there. Ryzen 5 5800 X3D if you can afford it. It's worse than a non-X3D version at certain tasks, but is killer for gaming. The other thing is I need to be able to render videos in Adobe Premiere without too much of a problem. Because telling OBS to render via the CPU is a little bit different than telling Adobe Premiere to render via CPU. It'll do that more than fine. Okay. Because I'm not against AMD. It's just, for a while I've been stuck with NVIDIA because of the NVIDIA codec. But I think if I get a decent enough CPU, it'll be fine. That's the other thing I'm going to do. I think I'm going to get 32 gigs of RAM. RAM's cheap. It's just I'll be buying 32 gigs worth, so it's not going to necessarily be quote-unquote cheap. Other than that, everything else should be fairly affordable. It's just I can't wholesale buy it all at once. And I think I want to actually look into building it myself. Because everyone's pushing me to do it, and I don't want to be a pansy and just never learn. Because the only way I will learn is by doing it. That's the only way I will learn. It'll just take a couple minutes longer than a normal Ryzen 5 5800, for example. And that's just it, is I think I want a really good GPU. Like something along the lines of a 30 series. And I don't know where the 5800 series stands in comparison to the NVIDIA series. There is also the brand new Ryzen 9 7950 X3D, but that's very high end. That's just it. Is do I want to save up and get that? Like, because I'm kind of thinking like maybe I should future-proof my next PC and make it super high end, so then I don't have to buy a new PC in a very long time. Hey, are you the hunter who's... Yeah, you're the hunter whose horse is waiting for it. In fact, that might be your horse.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for
I've been
years.
shitting and farting in these parts for years. Yeah, this is the hunter's horse. He's only got like saddlebags. Oh, it appears to be frozen. It is so cold up here that the horse is frozen. And then this takes us into the Falkreath Forest. Also, not even sure that CPU is in stock right now. Oh, is the Ryzen 9 a CPU? Are you specifically talking about CPUs? Because I thought we were still talking about GPUs. I think I was mistaken because I was talking about GPUs, and yes, I was also talking about CPUs, but I was thinking that you were also talking about GPUs, which I am mistaken. And then we need to follow this to Helgen. Give it another save. We need to drink some water. It's gonna be time for bed sometime soon. Can't tell if it's like dark or just overcast. It's probably a little combination of both. I guess I can also tell by the music, because the music is based on time of day as well. And I do have specific music just for nighttime. Gotta take this money home. Found the price, 700 MSRP for the 7950X 3D. It's not the worst price. It's about 300 for the 5800X 3D. Okay. It all depends on, like, what the price of the other parts are going to be at the time I start looking. And if it'll be better to either go for maybe a bit of a decent CPU, but not the super high-end one, or if I want to save up to splurge and get the super high-end one. Oh, I'm freezing, apparently. Didn't even get a notification about it. Start a fire right in this small clearing. Hey, how about that? Oh, my head is suffering from frostbite. Gonna have to put on the mantle. Okay, that's fine. Let's put on our hood. I think I should have kept that novice mage hood. Maybe I can see if I can buy one. Welcome in, LJ. Welcome in. How goes it? It goes well. I think Todd was gripping my nuts a little too hard at the end of the stream yesterday and at the start of the stream today. But I think now that he's let go of my balls, I'm having fun again. Okay. Let's just take this moment to warm up a bit. If you want to stick to Intel, you could get a 13600K, but then you might be paying out the ass for a motherboard and the power bills. Well, luckily for me, I don't have a utility bill, because this place is for people who pretty much can't afford to live anywhere else outside of being homeless. But I think I want to look at AMD, because you've told me about Intel. I kind of am just generally aware of Intel. I'm generally aware of Nvidia. Like, they're not as good as they used to be, and AMD is better than it used to be. That's good to hear. Yeah, I'm having fun. Mostly I'm walking, but I am very cold. Well, hopefully by the time I get in Helgen, I can gonna stop inside the keep and you know, warm up. Because they do have beds in the keep. Might be nighttime, but I can't quite be sure. It seems a little too bright for night. Although it could be doing that weird thing of it's slightly foggy, slightly cloudy, so it's brighter than it should be. I know it's past 7 p.m. because the lanterns are on. Just a matter of if it's bedtime. Come on, game. Maybe I'm having, maybe I have too many saves again and I need to delete some saves. That could be a case as well. Because I do have to periodically delete some saves. Yeah, it's, I think oh, we gotta get another fire going real quick. Should be fairly simple. Also, we have some campfire skills to take, so we'll take a little bit of a moment here to kind of warm up and choose our skills. Okay. Just our friends have to stay out of our way. Because they love getting in the way. GPU-wise, you honestly can just go with NVIDIA again, but personally I don't know if I can recommend it after all the fucking issues you've had with drivers. And that's kind of why I'm keeping an open mind to AMD GPUs. Keen senses. Detect items and creatures 50% further. Determine if creatures are hostile and move while sneaking without... Ooh, okay. Without canceling the effects. And that's with the instinct skill. Skill bonus from large campfires lasts 50% longer. Yes. Okay, next skill. Really just wish AMD had an equivalent to Freestyle and Ansel. That's your only complaint. The main thing I'm concerned with is having a fuckload of VRAM. And that's why I was talking about the 3060 Ti/Super, because that's got a lot of VRAM. And the only reason I would even consider getting a 40 series card is because of the immense amount of VRAM that apparently the 4090 Ti is going to have. Just that, I don't know if I want to get a 4090. Nope, that's almost leveled up. Oh yeah, it's almost bedtime. It's clear. Skies have cleared up. Is there any perk numbers to this? Art of the Hunt, handcrafting. Bestiary of the North. You start to take note of the fauna of Skyrim by observing their behaviors. You learn to fight these animals and creatures more efficiently. First, you focus on small creatures, then medium-sized game, and lastly on the biggest of beasts. Sure. That'll come in handy, considering we are doing a bit of hunting, mostly for food. And then we have the Endurance. Nope, this is Wildlander. There any perk? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Go back. I wanted to look at this last perk over here. Come on. Come on, give me the Expert Packer. That's maxed out. So then Northfinder, that's already full. Mindful meditation. You can now meditate and rest on the spot, granting you extra magic or stamina regen. Okay. And a day's march. You're used to walking for long periods of time. While outside and out of combat, you have a bigger stamina pool available. Because that doesn't really matter that much.
Skyrim belongs to the
So we'll take mindful breathing. So we should get a new power here. Rest and meditate.
but I say it belongs to whoever has the biggest hammer.
Okay, Frost Ward. We don't have any perk points in that. Then I'm pretty sure this cycles back to the campfire skill. Yep, and this is almost maxed out. We only have this to max out and this to max out, which will be full campfire. So, exit skills. We'll head on over to Helgen. Destroy. Give it a save. Let's get a move on. Now, I would really like if there was a custom skill framework add-on where it would just automatically detect campfire skills and then put them into a custom skill list in the framework. Like, and I don't mean just the campfire skill, I mean every skill tree you access on in the campfire skills menu. Let's see, and lower ray trace performance, I guess, but with the 7000 series they caught up to NVIDIA. Time to spend $8,000 and an 86,000 like Charmed wants to. Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be professional, like, tech industry level GPUs and stuff. CPUs and all that. Like getting a computer monitor for hospitals. Not just a computer monitor that they use on computers in hospitals. I mean, like an actual medical computer monitor. And you're talking like $10,000. Looks like there's some RX 6800 XTs that can be found for $500, $600. It's a 16 gigabyte card. Rasterization performance is about on par with the 3080. Okay. Well, I'll certainly keep these in mind. Because like I said, I'm not in the market for a new PC right now. But I kind of want to start thinking about it next year. Because I can never just be like, oh, well, I guess if I have enough money, I'll buy a PC. Which will never happen. Or, well, I'll never have enough money to buy a PC, so why even try? Because then this computer will die and then I'll have nothing. So I should start handling it better. Real question is, why is there depth of field? Pretty sure I turned that off. Come on, bring up the menu, please. Jesus Christ. Depth of field, where are you? Yeah, you're not supposed to be on. That's probably why my character's vision is fucking blurry. Turn that shit off. I do not like it, especially since Gore is walking right behind me. So the haft of his weapon is getting in the foreground, which is causing the depth of field to go in and out and in and out and in and out. It's like, it's so frustrating. Just shut it off. Okay, is this gonna warm me up? Apparently not, so let's go in here. I can gather some wood from over there when we leave. Oh, apparently I'm just going in. Let's see here. By next year, prices for currently last-gen CPUs and GPUs should be a good bit lower. Unless AMD goes haywire performance. Will probably still be more than satisfactory. Yeah, it's like, you know... I'm just keeping an eye on this stuff so I can, you know, potentially look at upgrading. And I want to keep this PC so that I can dual PC setup. Because this PC will be great for streaming from once I have a new PC to game on. And in fact, I might even add an internal capture card to the list of things to buy. Because then, you know, well, no, I can't have two of them. I'll get an internal and an external. Internal for the PC, and external for console. Okay, do we have any of this stuff? Yeah, we have any of this stuff. Oh, speaking of rabbits and pheasants, there's a mod that adds pheasants to the game. Because there's pheasants hanging on this stuff, so why wouldn't there be pheasants in the wild? Is there any game that adds mod? Is there any mod that adds rock warblers or pine thrushes? Because there's rock warbler eggs and pine thrush eggs. Why wouldn't there be rock warblers or pine thrushes? You could ask Charmin about doing dual PC setup. I know he was using some fancy method to do it. It's I know what you're talking about. It's over the, I forget what it's actually called, but it's over the network. You basically just connect your PCs with an Ethernet cord, and then you use your network connection to stream to the other PC. And the only problem with that, because I think it's like NDI, I believe. The only problem with that is that there tends to be quite a lot of audio delay sometimes. And considering I used to moderate for a streamer who used NDI, where for the most part it was fine, but when there was audio delay, it was extremely frustrating to fix. I think I might just want to splurge and get an internal card and just use a cable to connect it. I still haven't added JS common cages because that's why these are a bit shiny / purpley. Because they're missing the texture. Because this is the movable chains mod, which requires JS common cages textures. I just, you know, forgot to keep it on because I did the whole remove. I'm gonna grab these ales, I think. Grab at least 3 of them. I did the whole remove all the texture mods because it's my VRAM. You know, I have some texture mods still. It's just I don't have as many as I used to. So I unwittingly. Oh, we don't want to be this far. We just wanted to be in the next room up. In fact, we just came down here to loot more and to warm up. So we need to actually go a little bit higher. We need to go up 2 floors. Because we need to not be in this room. We need to be in the room above because that's where all the beds are. But it was worth coming down here to loot stuff because now we have extra stuff. We want to be over here. This is going to take us to the actual barracks. Okay, well. I suppose we just, you know, pick a bed and fall. Todd. Why am I not allowed to sleep in any of these beds? Regardless, we can set up our tent. Which won't set up the actual tent, but it will put our bedroll down. Come on. There we go. Come on. A little further. Come on. That's better. That'll put the bedroll and all the items down. Okay. Give it a save, and then we need to sleep. It is currently... Cannot sleep in this location. Cool. So much for all that. Well, I guess we sleep outside. You know, I figured we could sleep in here since it's nice and protected from the elements, but I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, NDI was right. Yeah. Suppose we could pick any of these buildings. Well, we might as well just head to Riverwood at this point. That's the entrance we want, because this is facing. We'll just double check. We will grab our sense direction skill. This is east. East. We don't want to go this way. We want to go this way, because this is north. 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 Now I need to check. In fact, we have to go back a little bit anyways, because I saw all this wood I wanted to gather. Never mind. Well, if that way's north, then this way's got to be south. So we might as well just lengthen the trip and go all the way to Riverwood and then stay there for the night. And this is south, right? West? Good enough. It'll get me to where I need to go. Now that we're coming out of the Helgen region, it's going to start warming up, because we're not going to be in the mountains. To the Swiss. Look at that night sky, though. Better not be coming to attack me. That's what I thought. And I'm going to come through the back entrance of Riverwood. Because there should be... Let me just... I should have gone out the north entrance, actually. Because I realized that Helgen is actually south of Riverwood. So we need to, you know, hurry it up here. We need to go this way now. Come on, game. In fact, this is probably the path I want to take. Come on, game. Jesus Christ, with the stutters. It's not like I'm running super intense graphics mods. In fact, I downsized the graphics mods so that I could run it better. And the game is just struggling. Let's just run to Riverwood. We gotta get there. But it's still Skyrim at the end of the day. It sure is. It sure is. Okay. Nothing like having dysfunctional memory manager and loading audio directly from disk instead of streaming it through a dedicated sound engine. Yeah. I'm gonna need to teleport my followers onto me. Because they're too stupid to follow, so... Unless they're right behind me. Again, it could be just I need to delete some saves. Because there's too many. Okay, we made it to Riverwood. Appears we have a mercenary here. Let's see if they have anything to say. Mercenary?
Good evening.
Where are you going? Can I help you?
Maybe you can help me.
Okay, follow me. At Halted Stream Camp, huh? How many times have we been there? How many times have we been to Halted Stream Camp? The hard drive also isn't helping. Yeah, it's definitely a hard drive. One of your colleagues upgraded his poopy old desktop with an SSD, and he was blown away by how much faster everything is. I'm sure I will be too, once I actually get one. Okay, so we're gonna stop in here to sleep, and then we're gonna head up to Whiterun to turn in some quests, and then we're gonna go back to Halted Stream Camp for the umpteenth time to go clear it out of bandits.
But damn if I ain't almost sober.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything. Or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
Eventually, we should get our farm set up, because we do have a farm at Helyarkin Farm.
Need something?
I need...
What can I do for you, friend?
Oh, hold on.
All right,
How
let's-
can I help you with that?
I'm the innkeeper. It's my business to keep track of strangers.
Alright, I'd like to rent a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
And then we're gonna go to sleep. First, I must pray. What kind of sword do you have, sir? You have a mace, not a sword. Okay. I know he's gonna be right here to watch me, but, you know, we don't care. We're pretty free living. Okay. Just making sure I'm not wearing any necklaces. And then we gotta pray. In fact, we could try and perform here, right? We should practice our lute. That's what we should do. Okay. We'll practice our lute in the morning. It's pretty late at night. Gotta put on all our stuff. Backpack. Necklace. Cloak. Bolts. Tiara. Sword. Bracelet. And we'll put that on, just because we're in Whiterun Hold again. And save. Gore, you need to get out of the way. And sleep. For 8 hours, and it's only a little bit past bedtime. Oh, it's raining, so we'll have to put on our hood. Our hood. My reputation is improving. Because it got worse because I stole a horse. I am officially a horse thief. Oh, my wolf haunch is lightly stale. I suppose I could risk eating it, but then again, you know, we could catch a disease. But it's only lightly stale, so I'll still eat it. And then we need... we'll have some cabbage. Some raw cabbage. Is it not enough? Cabbage is a lot. I don't know why eating a whole cabbage is not going to put me to well sated after eating quite a lot of wolf meat. There we go. Alright.
Yes? Looking for something?
I need a refill of water.
Of course. Get to it then.
Alright, so we are going to practice our loot, which means we need to change our focus instrument. Is it road cabbage? I hear that's more filling than normal cabbage. No, it's just we ate an entire cabbage in it, and we ate a whole wolf haunch, an entire cabbage, and that still wasn't enough for us to be well sated. We want play instrument, change focus instrument, do loot, and then play loot normally.
This can't be happening.
She's still tired. She's yawning.
Don't do that.
God, help us.
What's all the commotion?
At least I can only get better from here, right? And they still clapped. Alright. Before we leave the tavern... Oh, people are pushing me. Come on, let's go. We need to put on our huntsman's hooded mantle because that's going to give us just a little bit... In fact, let me take a look at my male coif. Less coverage, but more warmth. We want coverage because it's raining. So, we'll save again. Get out of the view here. And let's get a move on. We need to head back to Whiterun. In fact, before we go, let's see if old Lucan is still selling some things that I might want, especially since I've got some dollary dues.
Thank you so much for taking care of those thieves. The Riverwood Trader is back to the way it used to be. You and me, we're the only people around who aren't complete fools.
I want to do some shopping.
Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
A saddle. I'm gonna buy this map. I'm gonna buy... Well, we're almost in... I suppose I could leave it. Bound dagger. Master. Hangable deer skull. An orc chair. Rugs. The Conqueror tent? Sure. Okay, do we have anything to sell? We have copper ore we could sell. For not very much, but still something. We have all this we can sell. Don't sell the refined glass. Like you missed a message? Let's see here. Ah, yes, thank you. If you really want to be a cheapskate and you have a free M.2 slot, you could get one of those ultra budget Intel SSDs. They tend to get about 80 to 100 megabytes second read-write speeds once they run out of cache, which is still better than what an HDD will do. Well, I think I still want to get the ones I was looking at because I know I'm very poor, but buying cheap usually gets me exactly what I pay for. Something very cheap and low quality. We want to sell this. So we'll just give him the iron. Well, I suppose I am getting one septum out of it. We'll keep the other arrows. Sell the rosewood bow. Sell the Nirnroot and Mother of Pearl. Sell the slaughterfish scales. And that should be all.
Till next time.
There's Camilla, our love, our beloved. She didn't even say hi to us. I think she's mad at me. She didn't even say hi. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and head back to Whiterun. We now have a few tents. We have a small tent, a large tent, and a conqueror tent. I don't know what that means, but we have it. And I walked away with even more dollary dues. I'll go ahead and pray at these headstones that I buried dudes in. I don't think I've heard anything necessarily bad about Intel's budget SSDs. They use a cheap, slower type of memory compared to normal SSDs, QLC versus TLC. Now I have the buff. I have a health buff. There's your good old Riverwood Keep. In fact, let me go back to the Riverwood Trader for a sec. Because this is exactly what I'm saving up my money for. We could go to the Riverwood Trader or to Sleeping Giant Inn. I think we're going to go to the Riverwood Trader. They might pull in a little extra money. Can I buy his business?
The Riverwood Trader is everything you need in a general store. My sister Camilla or I will be happy to help you.
Hey, can we talk a little business?
Of course.
I want to buy your business.
That price? Sure. It's all in this note.
There we go.
Till next time.
That was only about half of what I have. Well, a little over half. But we still got plenty of money left over, which we can then pool to potentially come back here and buy the inn. Now, I do have to manually come here to collect my share. But that's progress, baby. In fact, if I check my notes... Edit. I want... Hold on. I'm clicking all the wrong buttons. Purchased. Oh, that's the wrong button. Purchased. Alright. Knew there was something on my lips. A good old cat hair. I give another save, so the chapter is saved and edited. And we just need to head back to Whiterun while it's raining. And I think I'm going to try and convert the Art of the Catch to SE and use that in the next run. Because I want proper fishing. Granted, the next run is going to be using the best of both worlds. But I want to see. Because even though the fishing in vanilla Skyrim is pretty bland and boring, who knows how I will feel about it until I actually go through it. Now, I did play it on PS4. That was on PS4. Maybe I'll feel differently in a PC modded setup. I know it's kind of low quality, but I want to try it out. Let's see, it's slow but has much higher density, so you can get more storage on the cheap. You also have a fast TLC cache, which will give you very fast, brief read-write speeds. I see. Well, if you can put a link to one in the Discord, I will take a look. Because if I can afford it, I might pick it up. But if I can't afford it yet, I'll just save up for the other one. Oh, game? Video game, hello? I would like to be able to play without gigantic stutters. Oh, let's put him to sleep. There you go. At least he won't be attacking us then. Game, I do believe I pressed the button to sheathe my sword. Let's just get out of here before the wolves turn on us. Looking through Amazon right now, NVMe SSDs are funky right now. I see. Very tuckered out. All right, almost to Whiterun. Thought I saw a giant man over there. Nope, just a rock. I mean, there are men over there, but that's besides the point. Oh, the water turned off. Just inexplicably stopped raining. What are those Imperials doing? Are they checking out the river? Pretty sure those are Imperials. Those might not be Imperials. Let me just check them out. I think Amazon has an SSD sale going on or something. Loads on sale. Oh yeah, the one I was looking at was also on sale. Just it's going to be a matter of, will it be on sale in May? Okay, these are Imperials.
One of the perks of fighting in the arena is everyone in the city knows your name. Some people don't like the fame, but not me.
You found a 1 terabyte Western Digital Green QLC SSD for $50. Well, I don't want a 1 terabyte. I want a 2 terabyte. Because 1 terabyte ain't gonna be enough. Because remember, my Fallout 4 mod list is like 300 some gigs. Nope, I can't do that. I only have one SATA port and one M.2 port. So I'm stuck with one 2 terabyte. Unless I get a 1 terabyte SATA and 1 terabyte M.2. But then again, I don't know if that's going to be too much power. Well, require too much power, I should say. It won't, I see. Well, maybe I will save up for the third month and see, or depending on the actual SSD, I could get a 1 terabyte M.2, like the one you said, the Western Digital one, or that's an NVMe, right? M.2, and then I could also get a SATA one later, because I got the money. I can cover $50 today. Alternatively, there's an M.2 expansion cards you can plug into a full PCIe slot. I don't know if I want to do that, because I don't even know how many PCIe slots I have available. And I don't even know what they look like, so... Most motherboards will have at least 2 slots. You say most motherboards, and then I'll look on mine, and it'll probably only have 1. Which, again, I can look, but... In fact, I'm a little curious. I might look right now, because I know the motherboard I use. Come on, video game! Jesus. I don't know what's gotten up Todd's ass, but it's been causing huge stutters in my game. For kind of no reason. Didn't add anything new outside of some new data to my Bruma patch, which has existed longer than these stutters have. Frustrating. Okay, let's take a look at the My motherboard. Right, that thing is fine. Let's take a look. Because if I look on Amazon, probably gonna have to log into Amazon real quick. Of course. Amazon. Amazon is forcing me to reset my password. Where is my other phone? And it has my old phone number on file. Thanks, Amazon. I really appreciate this. Fuck's sake. So now I have to plug in my old phone and turn it on. Only the tiniest shittest of micro-sized boards will have a single slot. Got it. So now I have to turn on my phone. I really find it really frustrating when Amazon's like, you have to do all these security things because I said so. Meanwhile, they're busy selling my data to God knows who. If you can spare another 10 to 20 bucks extra, you can get a proper NVMe SSD. Well, if you can share it on the Discord, I'll take a look. I have to wait for my old-ass phone to load. And then I have to wait for a one-time password. Because Amazon is forcing this on me. I am forced to reset my password. Just because they said so. For fuck's sake. Something that could take literally 2 seconds to let me log in, and I have to do all this nonsense. Because of course I do. Of course Amazon would do that. Alright, now I have to tell it to resend the OTP. Lou, my lob. Welcome back, Vescu. And I have to wait for a message to show up. Samsung 970 Evo Plus. Okay, I'll do that. Hello, can I get the OTP, please? Maybe I can't get an a text message because this doesn't have service because it's an old track phone. Okay, let me try another way, Amazon. You fucks. I need more help. Apparently I received an email. And of course, it's to my old email. So now I have to go do that. Amazon, why are you doing this? Why are you forcing me to reset my password? Jesus H. Christ. So now I have to look this up in a super old super old email account. Let's see. When did I get this email? Go to inbox. Amazon is making this a whole ordeal. Action needed. What the hell? Where's the email for resetting my password? Amazon, are you gonna let me log in? You have to send me an email. Holy shit, this is so dumb. Did I at least get a text message by now? Nope. Amazon, what the actual fuck? Why would they force this on me? Why would they force this on me? Holy shit. Now I have to call them because they fucked up. Because they fucked me over with a password reset. I didn't do that. Largest, most profitable company on the planet can't do a simple email. Of course not. This is why you don't trust Dr. Evil. I don't trust Amazon, but they're fucking me over here. So let me try logging in again. And if not, I'll just return to Skyrim. All because they can't they couldn't organize a shit fight in a monkey house. Okay, send the OTP to my email since I am logged in now. Okay. So now I just await an email. Waiting for the email. Waiting for the email. Ah, here we go. Okay. Let me do that. Just double check that it's correct. Okay. Really? Why? Amazon, are you fucking me? Now I have to, I sent in the OTP via the email they gave me, and now I have to approve it with my phone number, which again, I can't get text messages from because it's out of service. Holy shit. And then it just automatically gave me a webpage saying, there was a problem, your password is incorrect. Gee, you think? Something's incorrect. This is why I hate technology. Verification required. Holy shit. Oh, I just wanted to log in. Like, can I not just have that? Can I not just have a simple login? Does everything I do have to be a gigantic, impossible task? And again, I have to call them now. I have to call Amazon, which means I have to sit and wait and be on hold for God knows however long, because they fucked me over like this. So I'm waiting for a screwdriver bit that I'll never get. You'll be banned from Twitch in 3, 2, 1. I suppose that's the next thing that's gonna happen. But yeah, I have to call them. I have to call their support because they can't be bothered. Lost access. Thank you. Remove it. Okay, I gotta contact customer service. I'll do that later. Let's go back to Skyrim. Holy shit. Amazon couldn't organize a shit fight in a monkey house. What an absolute fuck up. Holy shit. How is that company still running? How is this okay? Gotta wait for the underpaid Indian man to answer the phone. Well, luckily, I might be able to do an online chat. All this because I dared against the will of the gods to try and log in. I dared against the whole entire fabric of the universe to try and log in. And that's just too impossible. I'm not allowed, I guess. So all this talk about SSDs that I wanted to look at because I was curious, I'm gonna have to just forget all about it in an hour when I have to deal with the customer service and then forget all about what I was trying to look up. Unbelievable. They're still going because there's basically no alternative. What other online store sells everything and delivers anywhere? And that really pisses me off, because it's the similar thing with Twitch and YouTube. There's no competition, so why should they be competent? Why should they run a decent service? It's far cheaper to underpay their employees and to run a half-assed website than it is to put any sort of any cent towards improving the user experience. So then they can just give billions to Bezos every year. They have no incentive to try and improve the user experience.
I have traveled far across Tamriel to serve you.
YouTube does have competition, but those platforms are very small in comparison. That means they have no competition.
Take a look.
The only competition they have is Twitch, and they're not taking it seriously. And Twitch certainly isn't taking the YouTube competition seriously. Twitch isn't taking any sort of competition seriously. It's kind of why it's kind of why they're bleeding top streamers and cash. Ugh. Anyways, let's do some selling. Maybe not selling. We'll see what we have to sell. We want to buy, maybe. We don't want to sell our soul gems or any of our glass. Let's see what he has. If he's selling... Well, we don't want to buy anything we need to turn in, because then that's going to be a counterintuitive to... We'll buy the salt, though. Counterintuitive to collecting the items for turning in a missive, because I don't really want... Oh, we'll buy these maps. We'll buy this one and this one. That should be enough maps for a while. Do I want to buy this? No, because I could buy, you know, some of these mantles, but this might be indicative of let me just type in mantle, see if I can... Okay. So we have a scale mantle and all these other mantles. Okay. That's fine. We bought salt and that was it. Look at all the little Khajiits. Marajujo. Oh, wrong button.
Khajiit welcomes you, and also your coin.
Well, you're tall enough to cut my purse strings, so...
A welcome to you, fellow.
And then we have Big Khajiit Lady. Very nice armor, by the way. A little too fantasy, but it looks fine enough that it could be, you know, reasonable for a historical setting. It's just very ornate. Pet cute cat. They're all cute cats. Okay, and then I think when we're done with the game today, I'm gonna have to go back and delete some old saves. Because you know I hit the autosave. Well, it's not autosave, it's manual save. But you know I save all the time. Alright, well, since it's no longer raining, let's go ahead. Oh, that's the wrong item to take off. We want to take off the hooded mantle. Another reason I want to buy a mage hood, because it should protect me, and it won't count as armor. And these hooded mantles are all pre-patch. These are pre-patched to my custom overhaul. And once they are patched, they won't count as armor. They'll count as clothing, because that's what they should count as. And the mantles themselves are from Vaultman 30's Armor Extended, so. She has tail armor. Ooh, we gotta go check out the tail. Oh, maybe if Todd lets me. Maybe we'll go check out the tail armor if Todd lets me. I wonder if it's tail armor for Argonians too, if they put that on. I know there won't be that for non-beast races. Oh yeah, there is tail armor. That's cool. It is basically for Khajiits. Yeah, you work that wood while holding a bread. Then we have Lejean. She's wearing Khajiit armor. I like that helmet. Okay. Todd. Just give me 10 more minutes, Todd. 10 more minutes. I wonder if there's a mod where I can invest in the Khajiit caravans and get a cut, because I think that'd be kind of cool. Especially it'd be great if I'm playing as a Khajiit, because then I could lead my own Khajiit caravans, or at least own them. By the way, Lou, I linked you the mod, and the author is working on a patch for animated armory. Do you mean for the comprehensive, or the complete, or whatever it's called, first-person combat overhaul? Wonder if Lejean eats lots of legumes. I certainly can't have legumes anymore. They make my insides turn inside out. Yes, that one. Okay, thank you. I'll definitely take a look. Because I want to look for alternatives to Le Sentiment du Fer. But I also want to see about converting Le Sentiment du Fer to MCO. Because then I could just grab different MCO movesets. Because what I would like to do is make a half sorting mod and another half sort, or as part of the half sorting mod, have half sorting and Mordschlag, where the regular half sorting would be spears from animated armory, or rather pikes. Come on, game. And the Mordschlag would be with the Warhammer animation. And if I'm really stuck on Le Sentiment du Fer, I could use the half sorting be the battle axe animations, which in Le Sentiment du Fer is the same as Warhammer, just the perks apply differently to the different weapon types. It is first person though, but I think you could figure something out. And that's kind of why I'm kind of stuck on Le Sentiment du Fer. Because I want to use it, but I also I'm not against doing third person, and I'm not against not using first person, although in some situations, like let's say this was a wall and there was another wall right here and this was a tight corridor, I'd probably go first person regardless of how I built my mod list. So I would probably still go first person in a situation like that, because otherwise the camera's gonna go fucking nuts. But I'm not super tied to first person. Of course, I do prefer it. But Le Sentiment du Fer, if I can convert that to MCO, I want that to be my first priority for the combat overhauls, is to convert it to MCO, grab other MCO movesets for things like halberds, spears, all that sort of stuff. And then, you know, see about that. And if I can keep the Lessentiment Dufer plugin and still have it function properly, I don't know if I want that because all the other non-Lessentiment Dufer movesets won't have that restriction. But I do think it's neat. But I might see about just converting it to MCO and then disabling the Lessentiment Dufer plugin. However, I don't know if the Lessentiment Dufer Ultimate Dodge Mod add-on requires the regular Lessentiment Dufer plugin. So we shall find out. First things first, let's go to our house because we need to grab our money. Just remembered Bitly exists. Shortened that Amazon link for the N70 Evo Plus. Okay, thank you. Gonna put it in general. I appreciate that. And then we're gonna drop Zora for somebody else. We're probably gonna grab Lydia because she does have a quest that we need to do eventually. So we're probably gonna drop Zora for Lydia because Zora's fairly useless in combat. She only occasionally actually does things. Okay, let's see how much money we have. So we might have enough money to buy another place. We could sell this for some dollary dues. Let me grab a little bit of animal fat. I'm gonna grab 3 of them. Should have another property title. There we go. That's right, we have some stolen items. Grab another potion. I could sell these because I don't really need them. I want to keep that just in case we get past Iron Hand. I might actually grab these and take Gore's regular plate gauntlets. We have a mail mantle, which that's not light armor. So let me actually grab the padded mantle and give that to Janassa. We're gonna grab this and see about giving it to Gore. Grab these, grab these. Grab the map of Skyrim. Oh, we still have our Novice Mage Hood. That is good. Whiterun Hauberk with Surcoat. We're going to leave that there. Dwarven Hunting Knife, no. These we want to disenchant. This we can sell. But I only need 1. And we don't have the lesser ones. So I suppose I could... Oh, this is a lesser one. So I suppose I could sell 1 of these. I'll sell the mace. Let's get our arrows, because we're going to need... Oh, I didn't want the war axe. We're going to keep the ingots, just in case we can get our forge up and running. So. We need to drink some water.
They say Yorland Greymane crafts weapons that can make heroes.
A doggy? Mama, I didn't know you had a doggy. He's so cute.
We've had him here before.
Could I keep him? Please?
Actually, you know what? Sure, when I don't need him, he can stay with you.
Wow, thanks, Mama.
Now, we'll see if the dog actually stays with her. Now, again, I don't know what mod the stray dog is from. He could be vanilla for all I know. So we no longer have a dog with us, which is fine. I actually prefer it where it's like, oh, we have a 3-man group with the bard. So Gore, I have some things to give to you. I have some arrows
Just leave me all the food.
and the Iron Hand gauntlets. which are going to give him a better set. So we're going to take the plate greaves and sabatons because we wanted to have the iron hand heavy boots. And then we're going to give him the iron hand gauntlets. And, oh, he already has iron hand gauntlets. Then we will give these to Lydia. Give him the mail mantle. Well, he can keep his woolen cloak for now. So... we have some things to sell. Favorite that. We can't sell the stolen items.
Let's go.
There you go. You have Iron Hand armor. Of course, that is from the mod. We need to get rid of Zora. Zora.
Something on your mind?
About home. This is your new home. And then I need to tell her to leave. So it's time we part ways.
I'll be home if you need me.
Which means she will be here. And then we need to grab Lydia. Once it kicks me out of the menu, thank you. Lydia, where are you? Lydia, oh Lydia. Lydia, oh Lydia. Out of the way, please. Get out of my way.
What's the hurry?
Gotta shove him out of the way. Oh my god. There we go.
Well met.
Alright, Lydia. Where is she? I just saw her. Where is she? Is she in here? Nope. There she is.
Honor
Hi, Lydia.
my Thane. What do you need, my Thane?
Let's go.
Lead the way.
Okay. Okay. How would Lydia like the Iron Hand Greatsword and... Actually, she uses a sword and shield. Let's put that back. So we need to equip it. Iron Hand Greatsword. There. Okay. To-do list. New. Go hold on. Go shopping. Maybe buy War Maidens or Drunken Huntsman. What else? Return Amren's sword. That should be it. Let me just double check. Let me check my journal, see what's next. We might have other things to turn in. Okay, so. We're saving the orichalcum stuff for later when we actually get a full set, because I don't want to go all the way to Riften for one piece, go all the way back, go all the way back to Riften for another piece, like, you know, so I want to do it all at once. We need more common soul gems. Bring the greater soul gem to Farengar. Bring the elves' ears to Arcadia. Okay. Journal. Edit. Bring greater soul gem to Farengar. Bring elves' ears. Elves' ears to Arcadia. And then What's the quest we should do after that? Because those are just turning things in. And then I think it was kill the giant at Bleakwind Basin. Let's put that in there. Oh, wrong button. Edit. Go to kill giant at Bleakwind Basin. Okay. That should be all we need. Just looked at your SSD since you keep being so worried about power. Sticker on the back of the aluminum case. Rated DC plus 5 volts 1.4A. That equates to 7 watts. Okay. Okay.